Hello everyone and welcome to the new Farming Simulator 25. It has dropped and I am eager to start, so let's not waste any time. I do want to start on Hutan Pantai. I'm probably butchering the name, but I think this is gonna be fine. So we'll start with a generous amount of money because I don't want to struggle too much in the beginning. Easy economy, starting farm, yes, and this is it. Let's continue. And we already have the McDon pack. And yeah, this is it. So I have started the game just to check if everything runs correctly. And it seems like there is some stuttering. I'm not sure if that is just shaders loading, or maybe the game is not yet completely optimized, or maybe my graphics card is not up to the job, but anyway, we will try and do this, and I think it's gonna get better with time. It always does. So let's start with character creation. Okay, and because we are in Asian map, I'm gonna play as an Asian man. I did want to have a bit lighter skin, but this is fine. I definitely need to change the hair color. So let's see what would suit us. This one looks quite okay. So how do I select the color? Let's go with something darker, like this. Are we gonna sport any beard? Probably not. We should use the mustache. No, not that kind of mustache. This, yeah. Nah, I'm gonna skip it. Okay, so there are presets for clothes. Let's go with polo shirt. Let's go with something. Yeah, this is my color. I love these petrol colors. And let's have shorts, of course. Why not? Nah, okay, never mind. Gloves, no. And I do think this is it. Okay, so confirm. And here we are. If you're not familiar with the basics of the game yet, we recommend taking guided tour of Riverbend Springs. So I have already taken a I already know how to play the game, so I'm not gonna do that. But this is the stuttering I was talking about. You can see when I'm turning around. Oh, actually, it's quite fine now. Oh, it was much worse previously. And hello, Grandpa.
Well met. What can I do for you?
Walter. What can you do for me? Can I help you with
I
something?
am old, but not lazy. I've already done some work. You could ask your neighbors, though.
Okay, so he really doesn't need any help. So who can help me around here?
A couple of people in town can help you, kiddo. We have experts on agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. What do you need help with?
Okay, I would like help with agriculture.
Sure, kiddo. Although your old grandpa may not be up to date with some things and how they are done today. Talk to my good old helper Ben. He will explain the basics in detail.
Okay, what else can you tell me about him?
Ben's a rather quiet fellow. He hasn't much to say, except if you ask him about farming. He's been around for over 3 decades to help out whenever needed. He's deeply rooted in the town and has never left the region. Back in the day, he wanted to have his own farm, but it never happened. Instead, he was the greatest farmhand we could wish for, a good helper that got stuck on our fields. For over 35 years, no less. Now he's getting older too, and became more of a theorist you can ask if you want to know about farming basics. But don't expect him to go into detail if you're in the mood to discuss agriculture in depth like a scientist.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so
Sure,
if we want to chat, I want to know more about you.
testing if my jaw still works.
Yeah,
Sure,
use your jaw.
let's prattle. When's the last time you visited your grandma, kiddo? I don't know if she ever told you how we met. If she did, she probably told her own version of the, what do they call it today? origin story of our marriage.
Okay, that's very
As you
modern
know, we
talk.
came from very different families. Me from a long line of farmers, she from a wealthy real estate group of folks. What do you think our family's made of it?
Well, I actually really have no clue.
When her family arrived in town, people were skeptical, like people always are. Today, everyone would fear them buying all the land to build wind power plants as far as the eye can see. Back then, there were talks of massive steel mills and chemical manufacturing plants destroying everything in a 1,000-mile radius. Also, so called gravel pit lakes were a problem. Even had one of those here in the region. After extracting gravel, companies frequently left a disrupted ecosystem. People expected more of that, but thankfully that didn't happen. Their family bought land, yes, and they built businesses in the area, providing jobs and stability. They even helped to undo one of those unsightful gravel pits.
Okay, sounds like they were very decent people.
Well, you'd expect the story of how I met your grandmother was just the usual tale of families not approving of a relationship, right? The only people who disapproved of us being together was us, at first, anyway. But you see, they were actually quite active in the community after picking it for their vacation spot. One day, they decided to commit themselves to the area, nourish it. And that's why your grandma and I ultimately met. And oh boy, did we clash the first time.
Classic.
I'm sorry, kiddo. Your old pop's gotta get some rest now.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
continue the story another time, if that's peachy with you.
Sure, Pops. I'd love to hear the story. Okay, so probably that over there behind is our helper Ben. So yeah, I need to go. What is this? This is probably character creation, confirmed. As you might notice, I am completely new to the game, so yeah. Ah, look, we have a little Piaggio. I think it's Piaggio, I've seen it in trailers. That's perfect. I actually used to drive not one of those, but from the same company, a motorcycle for my job. So yeah, it was quite entertaining. A very well built motorcycles. Okay, so we have some bees. What a beautiful hive. And that over there seems to be our grain silos. Here is Mr. Ben. But before we go chat with him, let me check what's up with the map. Okay, so this is... How do I... I'm sorry if this is really bothering you, but... Okay, so we have wheat, barley, canola, potatoes, rice, long grain rice, sugar beet. So these are the new crops. Do we have any new over here? Sugar beet, sugar cane, sorghum, grapes, olives. Okay, so these stayed. Red beet, carrots, parsnip, green beans, peas, spinach, and oilseed radish and grass. Okay, so this is what? This is a peninsula of some sort. The whole map over here seems to be some kind of a village. Over here seems to be the port town. We have a train running through, so yeah, this is all fine and dandy. But how do I check what is our actual land? Where do I do that? It used to be if you pressed X, it would show you your land. Okay, so this is the calendar. We are currently in August, and it looks like it's going to rain later today, okay? So weather forecast works like this. It's time to harvest wheat and canola and oat and potatoes and rice. And this is probably the planting season. We don't have any animals. Oh, this is the farmland. Or is it though? Oh, these are contracts. Okay, so we have a problem with that wood. The owner helped the owner and cut down all the dead trees. Each tree is already marked. You can sell them afterwards. Okay, so this looks like is our grandpa's Walter's job. Okay, so we can do fertilizing. It's very neat because you used to have to check the location of the field, but now it shows you. This is a quality of life upgrade. Rock removal, okay. So this is all platinum expansion stuff from previous game. Okay, Walter needs help on farmland 29. And we need to move some wood. Okay, so we have production, we have rice saplings storing. We need to put water in and we get saplings out. So it uses 3 water and produces 1 rice. And it looks like we have mushrooms. Again, we put in water and we get enoki and oyster mushrooms. Okay, interesting. This is probably the price sale, price sell. Okay, this is our vehicle. Tab, hand tool, finances, statistics. Okay, so this is all ingestion into one thing. Let me go into game settings because I do want to do something, and that is vehicle. I want automatic engine start off. This is on, off, fuel usage, normal, dirt, normal. And this is all off. I don't want them buying anything. Okay, so here you can set days per month, general settings. We're gonna leave everything on. Controls. Yeah, this is gonna this is gonna be used quite a lot at first. So let me jump into the game. Again, where do I check? So composition, hotspots, farmland. Okay, so this is how I see where our farmland actually is. Do we have any outstanding fields? No. Everything is located right here at the farm. So we are here. This is field 27. And we have field 30 and 31. So what is in fields 30 and 31? It's rice. All right, so we can go straight into the fields and start harvesting. And I believe this is the machine I need to use. Aisiki, Japan. But wait. Let me first chat with Ben. Maybe he's gonna give us a job to do.
Look who we have here.
Hello, Ben.
Last time I saw you, you were playing in cow dung.
Yeah, that was nice.
Remember me? I'm Ben.
Sure, I remember you.
Some call me by my nickname, Helper B.
Oh, so that's why he's Helper B, because he's Ben. Cow dung, really?
You had a cold and wanted to play in mud after heavy rain. Lucky you couldn't smell what it actually was. You know, I've been helping your old grandpa for well over 3 decades now.
Yeah, he said 35 years.
Walter hired me as a helper some 35 years ago.
That's right.
I was still fresh. Couldn't drive a plow straight around the corner of an odd-shaped field. He showed me everything back then. It didn't take long before your grandparents couldn't live without me. He and his wife welcomed me to the family, and I became part of the farm. Did I want to run my own farm when I was young? Yes, I did. But that never happened. Doesn't matter, though. In a way, you could say I got stuck here. But I tell you what, that's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, that's very good to
Don't
hear.
have to travel the world and reinvent myself all the time. That just sounds exhausting.
Yeah, it really does.
I like you already.
Ah,
And you know, Walter has been a great boss and mentor to me. But let's get back to the present. I'm happy that you're here and taking over the farm.
yeah, I'm happy to be
Last
here
few
too.
months have been a challenge. I tell you that.
Of course, you're not
Walter
young
is
anymore.
getting older. He's tired. And had deep wrinkles on his forehead before you arrived. Even deeper than usual. And I'm not getting younger either. I avoid movement at all costs to protect my joints. However, since it was set in stone that you'd take over, his mood instantly turned around. Tell me, are you nervous about taking over?
Not at all. I think I'll
Sure you
manage.
will. No doubt about it.
Thank you.
I remember my first day at the farm. I felt like a newborn calf, stumbling around aimlessly. But don't worry, we'll get you up to speed. This place may seem big and intimidating at first, but that's normal.
Okay, where do we start?
Well, since your grandfather slowed down, he didn't really bother with the latest machines and did a lot of stuff, well, in an old school kind of way.
Okay, that's fun.
That's probably why he sent you to me. I'm an avid reader of all those agricultural magazines, you know? Old, but still learning. However, if you need advice on livestock or forestry, you should talk to Katie and Noah, the local animal farmer and lumberjack. If you come to me, I can help you make sure everything grows well in the fields. As your grandpa always says, a watched crop never fails. Except if a twister hits. Happens. Whenever you need me, kid. See ya.
Okay, thank you, Helper B. Mr. Ben. A long time part of the family. Okay, so that means that we are mostly up to ourselves and up to our own devices. So let me get in here and I want to be on the inside. Okay, so again, the stuttering. I'm not sure, but it seems to stutter more when I'm inside. Let me just set some controls up and I'll be right back. All right. So, yeah, I do try to keep the same controls as I've had before. So let me turn the engine on. It looks like this harvester has 226 point something hours on it. So, yeah, it's a busy track. It's a busy machine. Again, not sure why the stuttering, but I'll have to do with it because there is no way around it at the moment. At least I don't see it. Because when I'm outside, you can see it works perfectly. So there seems to be something bothering it with actual being inside of this, which I have a slight issue with. Don't get me wrong, it's not a game breaker or something, but I do want to drive machines from the inside because, I mean, it's more realistic and it feels pretty good. And this right here is our rice field. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Oh, so this is track. That's why it was behaving strangely. Okay, this button is not map, right? Give me a second. So let's lower the machine and let's... Yeah, these buttons are not doubly mapped. Working? Yeah, it's working. Okay, so we have quite a high speed of harvesting. I think I'm gonna lower it just for realism's sake, but this is what it looks like from the inside. Okay, and the hopper is slowly filling. Okay, come on. Okay, so yes, please excuse the mess. Look at us go. You know, I've never known what rice plants actually look like before now. It's basically some sort of grain. Okay. So this machine can turn on a dime, which does make sense because it's tracked. So I think I will put this on a worker. Can we? Yes, we can. Okay, and we'll go get some kind of a trailer because this will need emptying sometime soon. And these two are also our fields that need harvesting. So yeah, I have to sort this out. And this needs to be one of the greenhouses. This is probably for the saplings, I think. And the mushroom greenhouses are probably over here. This does take water, and mushrooms grow in a darker place. Yeah, yeah, this is the shrooms place. Interesting. Okay, so these are our two productions. Let me check what kind of vehicles we actually have. Okay, so this is it, and I need to see drivables. Oh, okay, this is brands, drivables, packs, used vehicles, mods, and okay, where do I check my garage? This looks like it's the shop, and I want to see the vehicles I actually have. How do I do that? Ooh, Skoda. Kodiak. Kubota tiger car. Another Kubota ape. Oh yeah, where do I see my garage? Okay, this is becoming awkward quite fast. While I was searching for my vehicle list, I stumbled upon the prices, and the rice has the best price in September or July. So, okay, September is just a little bit lower, so I think we're gonna be good if we wait 1 month before selling. And vehicles are actually over here, so I am not sure why, but this seems to be the only way to check on your vehicles. And I'm not even sure we can sell it from here. But okay, all things aside, I think we're gonna use this truck to transport because I don't have any trailers. Lizard Dragon. Yeah, I have missed in previous iterations of the game something like this because usually there were trailers that were attached to your vehicle, or yeah, you can see the stuttering from the inside, but from the outside it's cool. Anyway, there were no trucks that would be in one piece, you know, so non-articulated trucks, if I can say so. Okay, so if I check the state of our harvester, okay, it's 33% full, so this is quite fine. We don't need to empty it right now. The worker seems to be doing very well. It's a big improvement from the previous game, because you can now see it actually makes a headland and then goes in the field, which is perfect. But I want to check one more thing. Do I have any type of water transportation? Because I do want to start my productions, and it looks like I don't have. Okay, so if I go into the shop, let's see what water transportation thingy can we get. Okay, let's go with Abby. We can choose ring color. I think I'm gonna leave it. And Yeah, let's just reset the license plate and buy it. So this is gonna be our first excursion into the town, the city, whatever we can call it. And I'm gonna use the ape for this. We're gonna go ape. Can't say the other word. Because I'm gonna get banned. Ah, funny. Hi, Walter. Nah, it actually sounds the same. This actually has a motorcycle engine, and you can see there are handlebars inside. So basically, it's a motorcycle on 3 wheels with a dump. And okay, it doesn't have a hitch. Never mind. Can't use this. So I'm gonna have to use one of my tractors, and I believe I only have one tractor, and that is this Challenger over here. Is it a Challenger? It's ACCO. Okay, white. Let me see where the shop is. Probably somewhere downtown. This is the warehouse. This is David. Okay, this is the vehicle shop. Okay, so I can go right, left, left. And then we come here, and this is the town that we can visit. Okay, so let me use the gears. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it outside because they will probably fix this issue, because it doesn't really seem like it's something too hard to fix. And this is a big project, so you don't really need to... I mean, you have to understand, you know, there's gonna be some issue on release date, so yeah, all good in the hood. There's still some stuttering. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check, maybe my graphics card is not up to the job. Okay, and another left. Okay, that seems to be the port. And that over there, you can see in the distance, should be our vehicle shop. And that's a massive exhaust pipe on this. So there seems to be quite a lot of flatland, which I suppose it's expected because of the rice planting. And rice needs a lot of water to grow, so yeah. Okay. So we have a water tanker now. As we are over here, I do want to check the town, yeah. So supposedly it's up this hill. Okay, this is how the lights work. Oh, look, what a nice road. And look at all the rice planted on the slopes. Yeah, so this must be the old town. That's a very steep hill. And there are some more terraces with rice planted, so let me just make a turn in here. So the limit is 30. That's more like a challenge than an actual limit. Oh yeah, trucks are forbidden. Luckily I have a tractor, it's not a truck. Wow, this is beautiful. And there seems to be a point of interest at the top of this hill, so let me make my way up there. Something purple awaits us. Now I have no idea, because the engine is running wildly and we are moving very slowly. Are we actually in the wrong gear or something? It doesn't really, you know, struggle except for the low speed. Okay, the speed is regaining. So now because this is the actual start of the game, I'm gonna be driving with you, so showing you the drives, because I do want to showcase the map and what they have produced here. Okay, and this seems to be a dump point for restaurant. Okay, so that's a restaurant. Let me go check this out. Could be a very nice view from the restaurant. And the chimes. Do you hear the chimes? Awesome. Right. Such a cool winding road. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun here. That over there is probably the mill. So a sawmill. There are some planks lying around, so yeah, I think that's a pretty telltale sign. Okay, let me make my way back to the farm. And let's put some water into our greenhouses. Coming back to the farm. Now the worker, I did get a notification that the worker is actually more than 80% full. So we're gonna have to take the truck and unload it. That's gonna be pretty fun. And because we do have the... Yeah, okay, so there's no indication that the tractor is actually struggling. The engine is running at the same speed all the time, which I think it's not so good, because it doesn't give you any indication except that the speed starts dropping. It basically sounds like a CVT transmission, even though it is a manual. Okay. Okay, so for some reason my keyboard stopped responding. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what happened, but it looks like it's a lot smoother now. from the inside view. So yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Okay, we do unload from this side. Yeah, I can't see anything from the inside because the truck is closed up. And we are doing our first emptying session. And looks like this is it. This is one almost full tanker of the harvester. And even though I have reset the game, the worker continues doing his job, which I believe is a very good improvement, because previously you had to restart everything each time. So, okay, where do I fill the water? Do I have any water points on the farm? Maybe, yes, no. Because I want to start our fungi production. Okay, let's check the map. Do we have any points of interest in here? Great job, farmland, hotspots. Okay, this is one greenhouse, this is another greenhouse, this is the beehive. And it doesn't really seem like we have water here, so I might have to go and refill from the lake, the sea. Okay, there is a river going through here. Let's see if we have anything under build menu. Nope. Construction. Come on. Yeah, here. Construction. And okay, these are sheds, silos, silo extensions, constructables. Okay, these are, yeah, is a kit that you must assemble. Okay, this is what they were talking about. Containers. Do we have a freshwater tank? We do have a freshwater tank. And I think that freshwater tank would fit very nicely over here. Rotate and build. Such a big tractor for such a small trailer, ain't it? Alright, and our harvest, it looks like it's done. I'm filling water. The water is payable, so it's not free. Yeah, you can see now it's working like almost like everything is as it should be. Okay, so let me move the worker down to the lower fields. Because everything needs to be harvested. And of course I'm driving on the left. And yeah, that's it. The vehicles, actually the AI works like a charm now. They get out of the way, they actually go around you. You good? You good. Okay. Yeah, they actually go around you where you are when you have when you're driving slowly down the road, for example, and stuff like that. So yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, I really think I need to change our tractor because I am getting slightly annoyed with this one. So let's see what we can get. Small tractors. We should get something that is a region compatible. Aisiki. This could be the one. Or Virtuous. No, this is same. Same. Aisiki. Yeah, this one could be quite well. So tires. Yeah, let's keep the Trelleborgs on. We'll set up. Let's keep it standard. Let's reset the license plate. And let's buy it. Do we need to bring anything else from the fields? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna use this tractor for field work mostly. And I'm gonna use that Aisiki, or I think it's called Aisiki. It's Japanese, so yeah, it should be quite good for this region. Okay, I haven't set up the range selector. Okay, I have no idea why, but the joystick doesn't seem to wanna cooperate. So I had to remap some buttons again. Oh, the birthing troubles of something new. What I have noticed is it's very bumpy on the tarmac also. On the pavement roads, paved roads. These used to be quite smooth, so when you were driving the tractor wasn't shaking at all. And now it's quite a big difference. I know if this is an intended feature or what, but it is what it is. Okay, I don't want this episode to run for too long, so I will do probably a bit of time-lapsing while we harvest that field. Okay, the tractors are pretty stable on the road. Wanted to check that. The blinkers work. They do. Hazards. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. I'm gonna need some more time to polish this out. Because it really looks like it's having some issues with the controllers. But I have no doubt it's gonna get fixed very soon. I'm not sure why this farm stick joystick doesn't work for everything. Well, it works for some things, but not for everything. So yeah, I have no clue why this is going on, but it is what it is. Okay, right, I have filled one of my productions, the shrooms, with water, and it looks like it's working. Okay, I didn't need to do anything. Didn't need to start it or nothing like that. So that works from the get-go. As soon as you give it some juice, some water. Okay, now let's see what this... Yeah, of course, I had it in the wrong gear. I wanted to see what the car does. So 624 euros for a tanker of water seems excessive, if I do say so myself. Because water is fairly cheap, you know. A few cents per 1,000 liters. At least in my country. Okay, and it looks like we are already green in the greenhouse, aren't we? Okay, and it takes 2,000 liters. Okay, awesome. Well, let's go to a time lapse. Let's stop overloading this. And engine off. I've been thinking in the price menu, we had, if we go down to the rice, it should be somewhere around here. Okay, so loose rice has a price of 3,500 around here. Okay, and there is a rice bag and a rice box. Rice flour, rice oil, rice rolls, rice saplings. Okay, so is it viable? 4,300 per rice bag. Can we actually build a bagging facility? This is the question that's been pestering me for a minute, so I have to answer it. Okay, so factories. Cement factory. Yeah, that seems reasonable because you have to build your homes now, or you have the options to. Okay, so we have dairy, grape processing, grain mill. Okay, this is oil mill. You can make rice oil here. Okay, so this is one option. Paper factory, sawmill, spinnery, sugar mill, tailor shop. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, it's restricted, but this is a very different tailor shop from what we had before. Debris crusher, cooper. What is a cooper? Okay, so they take planks and wood and they produce barrels, buckets, and stuff like that. Okay, rope maker. Okay, this is a bigger tailor shop. Interesting. Bakery, dairy, potato processing, preserve factory, soup factory, spinnery. Okay, we have loads of factories. Oh, and look at that. We actually have small sheds you can do stuff in. Yeah, this is amazing because in the previous game I was quite unsure. Most of yeah, you can make preservatives at home. Awesome. Because I was struggling with those big factories, you know, and you don't really use all that much of that. So, yeah, grain mill, look at that. And this actually produces rice flour. Is that a thing? Spinnery. Yeah, I love this. Okay, this is beautiful. Excuse me, I have to check if I can produce a rice flour. Yeah, this is what you can produce. But how do we bag the rice? How do we do that? Do you need unloading? Not just yet. Factories, selling points, greenhouses, cultivation, generators, and factories again. How do we produce bagged rice? I can't see any way under the products where you can see the outputs. Okay, that was a concerning sound. It's fine, it's probably just a machine. Yeah, but I love this. I love this so much. Making rice flour and grape processing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Giants. This was not exactly a dream, but a want made true. Okay, so we have cows. Oh wow, this is big. But this is a pasture. This is probably okay. An outdoor pen, horses, pigs, sheep. Cute. Chicken. Bees. Oh, okay. And others. We can have a dog house. Okay, this is fences, lights, and other. And this is sculpting. Okay. So I still don't know how to produce the actual bagged rice, which would be interesting to produce, but since I don't really have an answer at the moment, I'm gonna have to do some research and come back to it. And this truck is such a cool thing. Don't you just love it? I love it. This is probably Isuzu or something like that in real life. I'm not sure, but it sounds like something of that sort. Okay, you're blocked. I'm gonna get out of the way momentarily. And yeah, so we're gonna cut the episode here. This is going to be different, I admit. It's all still so vanilla, and probably there are some bugs, or maybe just everything needs to get settled. And but yeah, this is gonna be fun. So keep tuned. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It will help me tremendously to get more reach, so more people can see us. And yeah, I wish everything good for you, and see you very soon. Goodbye.